Common Sense, Act 2, the GOP Pledge. Hello, America, my fellow Americans. Oh, what the heck? What's going on, America? Listen, I'm launching Common Sense Act 2 now. The subject, the GOP Pledge with America. For most of you who have been following politics over the last 10 or so years, this may remind you of something. Give up? Yeah, you got it. Do you remember when Dick Armey and Newt Gingrich decided they would have a contract with America? Well, this is the new smoke and mirrors of the Republican Party. Now, let's look at it a little closer. Because, see, this is why I launched this site, so we can examine the evidence a little bit more clearer to spot any signs of hypocrisy, lying, cheating, stealing, underhanded, dirty deeds, and under-the-table dealings. Or maybe they're above board. Wow. Wow. Well, anyway, listen, a pledge is considered as a promise. Most commonly used when a couple gets married. I don't want to remind you of anything bad in your life, or maybe there's something good in your life about a pledge, but a pledge is something like a promise, an oath to keep your word. Now, let's go back and look at whether Republicans have kept their word or not. Let's go back about 12 years when they had complete control of the House, the Senate, and even the White House, the presidency under Bush Jr. Now, many of you are wondering what happened to your jobs. I would argue that your jobs have been gone about 12 years because maybe about 10 years ago, under fast-track authority, the Republican Party, along with President Bush, decided they would ship your jobs overseas. Prime example, how many of you own a Dell computer? I tell you what, do an experiment. Give you a little homework. If your Dell computer has broken down, even if it hasn't, call the 1-800 number and let's see who picks up. I can almost assure you that you will be speaking to someone in India. Now, you may ask yourself, how in the world can an American company provide service for me on my computer with a company that is in India? Well, that's just indicative to what the Republican Party decided to do. You see, in order to understand the Republican Party, you have to understand how money works. You have to understand how money's relationship to corporations work. You see, what the Republican Party does not tell you is, if you're not making over $250,000 or above, they're really not concerned about your issues. Okay, let's just get that clear right now, off the bat. Okay, let's just understand that. Okay, now, the masterful thing they've done up to this point has been able to use the common man for their own good. You see, what they have told them and had them believe in some type of magical way was that people were taking their jobs. Immigrants were taking their jobs, black people were taking their jobs, and basically you need to fight to get your country back. Get your country back. Well, this is commonly known as bait and switch, okay? Basically, they're going to use them to stoke the fires of fear, racism, hatred, if you will, in this country. And what they hope that will happen, it will translate into votes at the polls to put them back in their seats. Now, once they're in their seats, understand this. They are not going to vote for any type of legislation that's going to help the middle class, the working class, the poor, and all those picket sign carriers that are sitting there getting pimped. They are never going to get their needs met. Ask yourself, Tea Party members, if you're making below $250,000 a year, when is the last time you've had a job? When is the last time you've been able to feed your family? Have you gotten ahead? Have you been able to, say, cash your check and go to the bank and have some left over after bills? The Republicans who make $250,000 and above can, but for some reason they lead you to believe that you are basically being duped by the rest of America. Let me correct you to a reality, a harsh reality albeit. The Republicans care nothing about you. And this new pledge that they're making, it's a pledge to the corporations. And it should have gone a little bit like this. I, a member of the GOP, pledge to make sure that we keep all of the money for ourselves and to put all of the money into the pockets of those making $250,000 or more. In the event that you're not making that amount of money, we could give less than a care about you, your well-being, your family, or even if you eat or not. We're not concerned with whether you have a job or not. We're not concerned if your car gets repossessed. We don't even care if you get foreclosed on, because we, the GOP, are here to make ourselves richer, and the 10% of Americans who are making $250,000 and above in this country. We so solemnly pledge that we will make sure that we protect the honor of the millionaires of this country. So help us God. Thank you.